Hey guys, how's it going? Today I'm just gonna do a quick video and I'm gonna talk to you about the RV meter on your Montero. The RV meter is that little display section in the middle of the dash that gives you the miles to empty, the time and date, air conditioning information, and also the outside temperature. The RV meter has some diagnostic capabilities that in this video I'm going to show you how to get in there and what you're looking for and what you're looking at. The RV meter it communicates with other modules, and it via the diagnostic capabilities it allows you to see if it's receiving that communication or not. It communicates with other computers via the SWS. Mitsubishi calls it the SWS system, and it's basically it stands for Simplified Wiring System, and it's basically how the computers are networked together, and they communicate with each other via this network. Well, the RV meter taps into that network, and it receives certain information from some of the modules, and it displays it on the RV meter. And the RV meter has the diagnostic capabilities to let you know if those signals, those inputs, are okay or not. In addition to the compass, they call it the geomagnetic sensor. In addition to how that sensor is performing. And I'll let you know in a minute. I think you'll find this information pretty useful. You can do it anytime on your Montero. A lot of people don't do it because they don't know about it. But I'm gonna let you know today how to do it. Hopefully you'll get a chance to experiment on your Montero and check it out. Also, just to let you know that this document that I'm going to go over with you today. Let me see. You can see it right there. This document, I uploaded it to the Mitsubishi Montero Pajero Gen 3 Squad group on Facebook. So if you go to that group, if you remember that group, go on the files section and you'll see the RV meter document that I uploaded. Right, so let's get to it. Let's go to the vehicle, and well, before we get to that, I'm just going to read how what the repair manual says about the RV meter and the different functions that it has. Because once you enter service function mode, in service function mode, they have other areas that you can get into. They have automatic check mode, diagnosis check mode, history mode, monitor check mode, which checks the display and also the compass sensor. They call it the geomagnetism sensor. So let's get to it. Let's go to the Montero. I'll show you how to get into this mode of operation and the different things you can see in there. All right, hang on just one second. All right, guys, so here we are in the Montero. Here's the RV meter display. I have the key in the ignition, but it's in the off position right now. So the way you're supposed to do it to get into function mode is you're supposed to hold the adjust button down while turning the key on, and continue to hold it for 5 seconds after that. So I'm gonna put the camera down here, and I'm gonna show you guys how I do that. All right, so you push this button down, and then you turn the key on. You keep holding the button, and now it goes into service mode. As you can see, it's in service mode right now. And in service mode, I'm turning the AC off. Service mode, you have these other options. You have auto, you have diag, history, and then if you go next, you have monitor. So I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna hit auto, and in auto, it's checking the communication connection. And we'll go in a minute, just relax, okay? All right, so here, it's communicating with the AC unit. It's saying auto. It's communicating with the fuel, it's saying okay. So that's the fuel input. All right, and then now we go to the next. Now it's the monitor is okay, the AC is okay, and then here's giving you the monitor module is a Mitsubishi brand. I think that's the production date, and that's the version 1.4. The AC module, Denso brand, production date, and that's the version number. Next, we have the illumination off, ignition, the keys in the ignition is on. 12.1 volts from the battery, and we're going 0 miles per hour right now. That's a vehicle speed input. Now if I turn the lights on, it got dimmer and then it said on. So the command to dim the monitor, the display turns on. They're off. Okay. Now we go next, and it's automatic diagnosis finished, and it goes back to the main screen. Now I'm gonna turn the key off, and we're gonna go back into the mode of operation so we can go to the next function. Just key on, keep holding for another 5 seconds, and boom, we're back in service mode. Okay, so here's service mode again. This time I'm gonna go into Diag. So it's going here, and in Diag we have version, vehicle, and COM. So we go version, and it gives us the same information it gave us on the previous diagnosis. Same thing. We'll go back, go to vehicle, and then same thing again. Elimination, key position, battery voltage, vehicle speed, and then communication, and it's checking communication with certain modules. And we had seen this before, but with this we go to the next one. Monitor, okay. AC, okay. AC auto, fuel, okay. Alright, we exit here, and then we exit Diag, and we can go to history. So go to history, and remember in history it tells us if there's been any communication errors between the engine ECU, the simplified wiring system, and also the M bus, which is another communication system. And we have, as you can see, we show 0, so we have no error history here. Now we do have this down arrow, which gives us more information regarding the ambient temperature error history, the geomagnetic error history on the x-axis and on the y-axis. So everything is 0. If we had some information and we wanted to see if the problem was there, then we clear the data, clear the history, and then see if that comes right back, then that'll tell us that the issue is right there. It's happening right there. It's not intermittent. Okay, so let's exit here, and now we're gonna go to next and go to monitor. Monitor, we have two options: display and comp. So we'll go to display, and here is the tones of the display of the little display, white to gray. So we go white, we go gray. So I'm not sure if I go white and if I hit white and I leave it like that. Oh, let me see what happens. So go back. So back. Let me end. So nothing happens. It's the screen stays the same. All right. So I'm gonna go back in. Turn the key off. Push adjust. Turn the key back on. Hold for 5 seconds. And we're back in service mode. And we were doing monitor, and we already did that for the display. I'm not sure if you push white or if you push gray. I'm not 100% sure what this is for. All right, so we go back and we go to comp, and then here it's basically giving us information for the geomagnetic sensor. It's basically giving us information regarding the compass, if that sensor is okay. Now this is pretty cool because it gives you the actual real-time reading for the x-axis for the geomagnetic sensor and the y-axis, and then it tells you the acceptable range, so 132 to 890. So a lot of times what I read on the repair manual, not a lot of times, but sometimes, if the body of the vehicle is magnetized, this sensor is going to be the reading is going to be thrown off. So there's this tool apparently that exists that you demagnetize the body of the vehicle. So anyway, there's more information on the repair manual about that. But and then here it gives us the option to calibrate the compass. I'm not going to do that because you have to drive the vehicle in circles. So just hit back again, and that's pretty much all you can do with the RV meter. I know it's not much, but it is some information that you have at your fingertips. You can do it at the parking lot, wherever, and at least you'll have that information there. Alright guys, so that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. I hope some of you find this information useful. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And on my next video, I'm gonna talk. It's gonna be a little bit different because I'm not gonna talk about Monteros. We all love our Monteros. We have Monteros, and we like to work on them and everything. But some of us have other vehicles. For example, me, I have an '82 Chevy Silverado, and I'll show you the truck right there. It's right there. See it? It's a 1982 Silverado, California spec, and I had that truck before I had my Montero. Actually, I bought that truck in the year 2000. I bought the Montero in 2004. So I'm gonna show. My next video. I'm gonna talk about that truck. I'm just gonna do a quick walk around. I'm sure some of you guys might find it interesting to learn a little bit more about square body Chevy trucks. If you know somebody who is an enthusiast on Chevy trucks, maybe a relative or maybe you or anybody. I pretty much can guarantee that I'm gonna show you something about that truck that you don't know about, or somebody that you know doesn't know about that truck. Unless they were a General Motors engineer in the early 80s, they probably don't know, and even then they probably don't know about this particular item that this truck has. Not a very common thing, and I owned the truck for 10 years before I discovered what this was. Really interesting. Anyway, it's basically what it is. It's a lame attempt at GM to implement high technology into this old vehicle, but you know, kudos to them, they tried. Anyway, I'll show you that on the next video. All right, have a good one, guys. Thanks for watching.